In the annals of history, there are names that stand the test of time. Names that evoke power, glory, and ambition. One such name is Alexander, a boy who became a king, and a king who conquered the world. But who was this man who carved his legacy into the very fabric of the earth? Born in 356 BC in the ancient kingdom of Macedon, young Alexander was not destined for a normal life. His father, King Philip II, was a military genius who united the Greek city-states. But it was the whispers of his mother Olympias, who told him he was the son of the god Zeus, that ignited the flame of greatness in his heart. As a child, Alexander displayed brilliance beyond his years. At the age of 13, he tutored under the philosopher Aristotle, learning not only the classics of Greek thought, but also the strategies of war, the art of politics, and the vastness of the world. He learned the art of leadership from his father, and the wisdom of the gods from his mother. But it was his own ambition that would propel him to the throne and the world beyond. In 336 BC, tragedy struck. King Philip was assassinated, leaving the throne to his 20-year-old son Alexander. But this wasn't just a passing of the crown. This was the beginning of an era. With his army a well-oiled machine of warriors, Alexander set out to fulfill the dream of his father, to unite the Greek states and conquer the Persian Empire, the largest empire the world had ever known. In 334 BC, he crossed the Hellespont into Asia Minor, beginning his campaign against the Persian Empire. The Battle of Granicus, his first major engagement, was a test of not only strength, but of character. His soldiers, many of whom were veterans of his father's army, followed him fearlessly. Against the might of the Persian Empire, with its vast resources and armies, Alexander's genius shone through. At Granicus, he did what no one expected. He led from the front, taking on the enemy with a fury in courage that would become his signature. Through each victory, Alexander's legend grew. From Asia Minor to Egypt to the heart of Persia, his armies conquered city after city, nation after nation. But with each conquest, the weight of his ambition became heavier. In Egypt, Alexander was crowned pharaoh, hailed as a god. And it was here in the land of the pyramids that he began to see himself not only as a conqueror, but as a unifier uniting East and West, Greeks and Persians under one banner. But the more he conquered, the more he desired. No longer content with mere empire building, Alexander aimed for immortality. In 326 BC, Alexander reached the banks of the mighty Indus River. His conquest had taken him to the edge of the known world. But here in the land of the ancient kingdoms of India, the unthinkable happened. God faced with a new challenge. The battle against King Horus and his war elephants was a fierce one. But Alexander has always adapted, using his tactical brilliance to win the day. Yet despite this victory, something shifted in him. His soldiers, battle-hardened and weary after years of relentless warfare, mutinied. They had marched too far, fought too long, and desired only to return home. For the first time, Alexander faced defeat. Not on the battlefield, but in the hearts of his men. But Alexander's journey ended in 323 BC at the age of 32, in the palace of Babylon. The world wept, for the great conqueror was gone. His empire fractured into pieces, his dream of a united world crumbling with his death. Yet his legacy endured. The cities he founded, the cultures he influenced, the empires that rose in his wake. Alexander the Great may have fallen, but his vision never truly faded. For he was not just a king or just a conqueror. He was the embodiment of ambition, the relentless pursuit of greatness, a story that echoes through the corridors of time.